So back on the subject of scrambling, well, miss-scrambles really. That's the subject we're talking about, miss-scrambles. Back on the subject of miss-scrambles, I heard a good little take, a little based take over at Clicky Studios from Will Clower that I would like to maybe take a look at. And I'll come back to that one you've just put there, James. Thank you for that. So Will Clower on No Comps on Mondays from Clicky Studios. They got into some yaps about the miss-scramble situation, and Will had something interesting to say.
Of it, that isn't just the DNF or the DNS of the scramble. But if we're thinking about prevention,
I think
how do you prevent this?
I hope I timestamped it.
And how do you...
Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Will's going to cook. Here he comes.
Yeah, exactly. But, gosh, what was I going to say?
You've got this, Will, I believe.
I think, with all the geniuses that we have in the cubing community...
Thank you.
Why hasn't a auto scrambler been developed, like robotic auto scrambler? Because,
oh man,
that takes out a lot of human error, and it's also doable in the sense that I know, if robots can solve a cube, robots can scramble a cube. I don't think it would be cheap at all, but come on. People are thinking flying cars. I'm thinking auto scrambler robots.
That's crazy. That.
So listen, before Carter comes in and this is such a colloquial phrase from Scotland that I know that, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway. Before Carter comes in and pisses on Will's chips, before he rains on Will's parade, I'm gonna come in and defend Will for a second here, because I don't think Will is actually that out of line with this thought. Can I build a robot scrambler? No, I don't know. I can't do that. What are you talking about? But Will's suggestion, I don't think is as stupid as Carter's about to make it out to be, or as some of you in my chat might be thinking. I don't think he's actually saying anything that crazy. And why do I think that? Why do I think that? Because we do literally have the technology, right? Is it a practical solution today? No, of course not. Is it a practical solution right now, today, even next year? No, it's not. But is it a practical solution that we should be taking seriously for the future? I think that is not an unreasonable thing to think, maybe. Because think what we have. What do we have right now? We have smart cubes, okay? We have Bluetooth cubes that can track moves very accurately. Yes. We have lots of tech, Moyu, and now I know they're not compatible with every cube, so just shut up a second, all right? Shut up. I know they're not compatible with every cube yet, but we have scrambly robots. Moyu has one. Gan has had one for a long, long time. The technology does exist. It needs tweaked. It needs to be perfected. It's not a solution for today. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying I agree with Will. I think it's a solution that could be looked into. I think it could be a viable solution in the future. Make sense? Facts? Maybe it needs a poll, eh? Let's have a poll. I'm gonna make a poll. Oh, and how do I make this a decent poll that actually will work? Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna make this very simple. Is robot scrambling a viable idea, i.e. worth investigating. I'll put that into, i.e. worth looking at. Again, not for today, not for tomorrow, far in the future. Yes. No, I know what James is going to say. James is going to naysay. I know that. Yes, no. Is there a third option? Yes, no, or something else. I don't know. What do we want? Yes, no, other. Comment it, lol. There you go. Have some fun with that poll. Is it perfect? No. Is it worth it? I don't know. Let's see. Wow. James is not being as immediately naysay-ish as I thought, though, actually. Heck, we can even let the robot be the judge. You relax, Chang, okay? A Tesla bot at each comp that scrambles and delivers the cube to competitors. James, it's hard for me to imagine a scrambling robot that can handle different sizes of cubes, clock, megascube, etc. Nick, didn't you say you were working on someone as well? Yeah, your friend's working on a clock scrambler. Interesting. Having a scrambling robot for some events some of the time might help, but we will still be human scrambling most events for the foreseeable future. Yeah, of course. Solution Tesla Optimus robot. What's happening? See? Okay. All right. It's not a huge sample size. It's 7 votes. I understand that, but you see what I'm saying, though? I don't think it's like to shoot it down. I feel like is folly, and I think let's see what Carter
that's
says.
crazy. I thought your argument was genuine there, and then I went there, and now I know for sure that's what's on your mind. Like
that's very
that's very dismissive.
Forget
about prize money. Forget about the appeal decision.
I'm just saying, like, it takes out all the human error of misscrambles, like, barring technical.
I like the way Will's thinking.
Can be addressed, but like,
he's thinking strategically. He sees the big problem. He does see the big problem, and he's thinking big picture solutions. I like that kind of thinking. From Will.
A community of geniuses. Where are they now?
I'm right here. My genius is. Well, it's undefined.
I guess
it's not robotics.
Robotics people.
At the same time, though, I just feel like, yeah, auto scrambler is not a bad idea on paper. Is it manageable? Is it actually feasible? No.
Not today. No, not today, Carter. No, not today. And that's not what I'm arguing anyway. Not today, of course.
No.
Well, I think it's.
But to discount it wholesale feels. And like Carter's not running the WCA, I'm not running the WCA, Will's not running the WCA, none of us are. I just feel like there's I feel like this kind of reflects some of the attitudes in speedcubing sometimes when things are just like wholesale shut
feasible
down.
For world.
A little bit too fast, you know.
World competitions, worlds.
You want to see an auto scrambler in Uppsala next year, or in 2 years.
Well, it doesn't have to be in 2 years, but like eventually,
right?
It should be considered. Like,
Will is cooking. Will is straight up cooking with this. Honestly, he sees the future.
People aren't really hand making cars anymore. It's because they've invented the entire system to just like make a car.
What's Will studying at school just now? I wonder if he's got to the Industrial Revolution part of high school. I think these guys are still in high school. If you're not, then I apologize.
On its own. Just scramble a cube.
That's true, but as much as I'd love to debate you on that, maybe I feel like we're diverging a little off topic from the.
Maybe we do need to debate on it, Carter, or maybe I need to. Oh no, I can't. I'm so biased. I was gonna say maybe I should facilitate a debate between Carter and Will. That would be fun. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up because I think it demonstrates. It demonstrates something. Let me see if I can put it into words what it demonstrates. It kind of demonstrates two different levels of thinking. Two different levels of like solutions-based thinking. So Will is thinking big picture, far future, stuff that takes a long time to develop and perfect. That's where his head's at. And I like that. Carter's thinking much more narrow. Not a criticism, but Carter's thinking much more, well, what's the solution for I can't remember the name of the city. I'm going to say Valhalla because that rhymes with it, but that's absolutely not where Next Worlds is. Could you imagine? Worlds 2027 Valhalla. Entry requirement's tough. Pretty high level entry requirement to get to Valhalla. Anyway, Carter's thinking, what's the solution now? We need a solution now, which is a totally valid thing to think as well. So it's just interesting seeing those two different styles of like solutions-based thinking displayed here. So no shade to either of them. Obviously, I back Will, and I hear what Carter's saying as well. But that's No Comps on Mondays, everyone. I do like that podcast. Sometimes it's a little bit too regional for me to fully understand, but I thought this was a cool episode, and I thought that was a cool conversation. James, it strikes me as a nice to have, but not really a solution per se. I can see where you're coming from with that. Because if we're still using human scramblers for most events most of the time, then we still need to deal with miscrams. Yeah, I feel like if this was to come in, it would be like 3x3 first. You could argue that that's not where the problem is. Hell, maybe it's a complete wild card and it's clock first. Like, we don't have the machines don't exist yet, but it sounds as though people are actively working on them. Nick, if you can put me in touch with that person who's working on the automatic clock scrambler, that would be cool. That would be cool to chat about. Up salad, Chang is saying, close enough. Up Sala. I prefer Valhalla. I'll just start referring to it as Valhalla Worlds and see if it catches on.